Hey guys, Simon here, back with another video, and today I'm going to be answering some of your questions. Okay, so back on the last pickups episode towards the end, I asked if anyone had any questions and if they would like to be featured in an up-and-coming Q&A video, as I thought it would be fun to do. So today I will be giving you all my responses to those questions, and this will also give me a good opportunity to test out the new audio setup and try and get it dialed in. So with that said, let's get to the first question, and this one is from Ashtech UK, and he asks, how many PS5 games do I have? So far, I currently own 3, technically 4 if you count Astro's Playroom, but physically I've purchased 3. They are Spider-Man Miles Morales, Sackboy Big Adventure, and Demon's Souls. And out of all those titles, I've only really been playing Demon's Souls. I'm completely hooked on it. I've become a big fan of the Souls series of games over the past few years, and Bluepoint has smashed it out of the park with the Demon's Souls remake. I highly recommend everyone give the game a go. It's a very high caliber launch title, and it's currently all I want to play. Our next question is from Les, and he asks, what is my most treasured item in the collection? My answer for that isn't what most people would think. It's not my most expensive or rare item. It's my original copy of Nightmare Creatures that I still own. And my reasoning behind this choice is because of the memories and nostalgia I have with that game when I was growing up. And in many ways, I feel my original copy of the game is a direct link to my gaming past. I've mentioned countless times on the channel how much I love Nightmare Creatures, so I won't go into too much detail, but to me, my original copy of the game is worth more than anything else in this room because of the memories and nostalgia I have attached with it. The next question is from Rob G, and he would like to know how many games do I own for each generation of PlayStation console. And to be honest, Rob, I haven't really counted the number of games I own for about 2 years. Rough guess from the last time I counted would be around 1,200. As for each specific system, I'm not really sure. Recently, I have sold off about 400 plus games because my goals when it comes to collecting has changed. I would only really like to own titles that I'm interested in playing, and also because this saves on storage space. It frees up money that I can use to get something that I would really like a limited edition console or collector's edition. And as a collector, it does feel good to have a clear roadmap and vision of where I want the collection to go. So that's also why I've been selling off titles and just clearing out a bit of space. Next up is KD Retro, and he asks, when did I get into full-on collecting? I got into collecting back in about 2012. At the time, I just visited my family for Christmas, and while I was there, my mother had some of my old stuff from when I was a kid packed up in boxes, and she asked if I could take them home with me so it would clear up some space at her house. And little did I know that one of those boxes contained all of my old PS1 and 2 games, along with a heap of demos. Now, I thought all of my old games had been lost years ago, but my mother had packed them all up and put them in storage, and I am so thankful that she did that. Anyway, I got home, and when I went through the box that contained all of my old games, I decided to play some PS1 titles using my PS3, and straight away I was hit with nostalgia, and I ended up just sitting there playing for hours. I really enjoyed it, and I guess after that it was just a bit of a rabbit hole. I went searching on eBay for other old games, I joined a few retro gaming forums, and it just kind of opened my eyes to the retro gaming scene. Then I started to stumble across games that I wanted as a kid but never owned, but now as an adult I could purchase them. And it just snowballed on from there, and it's kind of just turned into what it is now. Next is Christian A, and he would like to know, how am I liking the PlayStation 5? Christian, so far I am loving the PlayStation 5. For me, some of the console's biggest standouts are its speed, just turning the system on, and how fast it can load into and out of games, including the home screen, is insane. It's such a quality of life improvement. How silent the system is another standout, as my old PS4 Pro that was the first gen version of the Pro models was loud, really loud, to the point it would take away from the gaming experience. So I'm happy that the PS5 runs whisper quiet. Another standout for me is the DualSense. I think Sony has done a great job with it. It really feels next generation. I've always been skeptical of haptic feedback, and I've kind of just thought it was marketing buzzwords and hype. But after playing a heap of Demon's Souls, I can say haptic feedback is legit. It really works. I'm super impressed by the DualSense. However, the only thing I'm not really fussed about when it comes to the PS5 is its size. It is a big system, and I did get lucky. It only just fits into my entertainment unit, but I sure am looking forward to a slim version. PS3 Gaming Scotland, a true channel OG. He's been here for every video, dropping comments, total champion. He asks, what PS5 games am I looking forward to? At the moment, I'm really looking forward to Gran Turismo 7. Honorable mentions go out to God of War Ragnarok, Ratchet & Clank, Horizon Forbidden West, but I'm really hyped about GT7 at the moment. I loved Gran Turismo Sport when it released. Just grinding away, purchasing new cars and setting them up for races was great fun. And then when Polyphony Digital started adding in single-player content like the endurance races, it was awesome. I spent hours trying to master the Nürburgring, but ultimately the lack of single-player content when compared with other GT titles made me lose interest in it. And with Gran Turismo 7 looking to be a fully loaded GT installment once again, it's got me pretty excited about it. The next question is from Rainbow Dash, and he would like to know what version of PS5 am I going to get? Physical or digital, and why? I went with a physical edition PS5. For me, that's what it was always going to be. I prefer physical media over digital. There's just nothing better than going into a shop and picking up a game, then taking it home. You open up the case, you get hit with that new game smell. You check out the artwork on the cover sleeve and disc. You go through the manual, which is a little bit of a rare occurrence these days. And that probably sounds a little strange to some of you younger gamers, but for me, that's just been part of the whole experience ever since I was young. And we are at the stage now of companies moving to all digital as physical media gets phased out, which sucks, but that's just how things are going. So eventually I'll have to make the switch to digital if I want to keep gaming. And for the last question, Marius Tech asks, what are my top PS1 games? This is tricky, as there are stacks of great PS1 games, so I'll just name off my top 5 in no particular order. First up, Nightmare Creatures, no real surprises there. Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, the atmosphere in that game was on point. Medieval, that's another favourite of mine. I sank hours into that one as a kid and still do as an adult. Then Space Hulk Vengeance of the Blood Angels. I played that one a lot with my late grandfather, so I have lots of nostalgia attached with that one. And then last up is Hexen. It was just one of those titles that had a great setting and atmosphere. The frame rate bombed pretty hard in some sections, but I still really enjoyed it. It's just got stacks of 90s retro FPS charm. Well guys, that is it for today. Thank you to everyone that took the time to ask a question. I had a heap of fun answering them, and it would be great to do a few more of these episodes in the future and just interact with you all in this awesome little community that we have created. So with that said, thank you for watching. Remember, keep that positivity flowing, and I'll see you next time with more PlayStation content.